Hi guys, welcome to the next video of Node, Express and MongoDB. In this video, I'll be talking about one of the most important and famous framework of Node called Express. Express is a framework, and the framework actually gives us some kind of boilerplate, some kind of standards, some templates, and we actually needs to follow its guidelines to move towards creating our application. And Express actually give us some built-in functions for creating REST APIs, for creating some models, and we have to actually write less code and we can achieve more with that less code. So let's move further. As we go along, we'll keep on exploring the Express, and Express is going to be our friend till the end of this crash course, right? So let's go ahead and create a new file. I'm going to create index.js. And first of all, Express is not the core package of Node.js. So it means that we have to separately install Express. So I'm going to write npm init, and let's enter. And this package.json file have been created. Now let's install Express using npm install Express. So it's going to add the dependency object over here, and you can see this is the version and it is installed. Now we can import Express over here. So Express equals to require Express, and this is all we have been doing in the previous video. And then this Express gives us this is actually a function, and we can call this function and name it Express. All right, and once this gets created, what we can do, we can simply call app.listen. Okay, and then we can pass the port inside it, and for port, let's say 4000 is the port, and then we have the callback function. So we can say server is running on port 4000, right? Currently we don't have any single route, so let's see if it smoothly works. Yeah, so server is running on port 4000. It means our Express server is started running. So it's quick, simple with few lines. Now let's create a home route using Express. We are actually creating some REST APIs that can be utilized by any other application once we deploy our Node Express app on any server. So let's use app.get, and you remember in Node we have to actually use the if conditions. We have to get the request.method equals to get, put, post, and whatever it is, but Express gives these functions out of the box. So if the route is this, then we can actually receive request and response. Okay, and then we can set in Node we used to write response.end, but here we have to write we can write send, or we can send some JSON objects as well. So first of all, let's add the status, which is the 200, and then dot JSON, and here we can pass the JSON. Let's say a message, hello from Express home route. Okay, and we can pass a second param as well. Let's say the data, which is an empty array, right? So let's save, and let's write node index.js. Now let's go to the browser and see and hit the 4000. So I've hit the 4000. Now you can see that this object is returned from that API, and it's giving the same data which I returned from there, right? So now let's create some more APIs. I'm going to copy it, paste, and yeah, and we can add some post request as well. So if it is a post, then we can actually send we can get the data from this request object, whether it's request dot body that is going to receive the data, or the request.params.id if it's from the URL, but currently we don't have the params. If we were to add like this, then it would have the param over here, right? So currently on the browser we cannot actually test the post request, but this is how you can create the post requests. Okay, and then we can add the all, and we can add the static. This is for not found pages. Okay, so but for post, let's just send this thing. Let me show you. So we can set response.send, and you can send a post request to this endpoint, right? And then app.all means that it can be anything. It can be get, put, post, patch, delete, anything. Then static means that any route which does not exist, which is not found. Then we are going to send the 404 inside it, and we can actually send HTML as well. So we can send, and inside it we can add curly braces h1. So we can send 404 page not found. Okay, let's save this and let's run the server again. And now let's refresh, and this is it. And now I'm going to add another route which is not existing. So now you can see that this 404 page not found, and I set the status as well, and this is the route it gives, and it also shows the 404 not found. It is not what I'm sending, but is by default being written. 404 is what I sent, not found is appended by itself. Okay, so this is the introduction of Express, and in the next video we will fill up all these things. We will create a JSON object here, and we will try to read that JSON data and create all these get, put, post, patch, delete request, and manipulate the data based upon the JSON object of that. So from here we are actually going to be creating some kind of REST APIs from now on. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.